Hi, and welcome to the WHYcast episode 10. Episode 10?
Episode
Episode
10.
10?
We're
I'm
already at number
Nancy,
10. I'm Matt.
and we are the hosts of the only podcast about a hacker camp in the universe. This volunteer-run event will take place next year in the Netherlands, approximately 42 kilometers above Amsterdam, from August 8th to 12th, 2025. So, Ods, what are we talking about today?
Well, obviously, we have to talk about this being number 10 and this event, WHY2025, being the 10th in a row. So that's a pattern here. And it's a milestone.
This
Making this podcast takes a bit more time than I realized when I said, "Oh, sure, we can do this." But
Same.
we managed to get to number 10, and we'll take the next 10, and then we'll celebrate again, and then we'll celebrate at 42, and then we'll celebrate at whatever
we'll
we
see.
want. Yeah, we'll see.
But for now, we made it to the 10th episode, and I think
Well,
that's a cool achievement.
we made it till episode 10 because technically the 10th episode was the last one as we started counting from zero.
Of course we did.
Because you always start at zero unless you program in Lua. But
right?
never mind that. In this episode, we have some news as each week or each episode. We have where to hack. We have a nice conversation with Walter about what the heck, and we have an interview with Jos from Team Content.
Very cool. And of course,
Very cool.
vacancy of the week and other stuff.
Yes.
So news from the trenches. I'm so psyched about this one. Ticket sale is about to start soon. And if you follow us on the socials, you will know when exactly, because we probably have some countdown stuff going on. And I'm personally very happy to share that the early tickets, we named them Early Nerds, which I found particularly funny. And they will go up for sale coming Wednesday, the 4th of December, during the Orga Meet online. Woo!
Nice.
Yes!
The word is out. It's no longer a secret.
December 4th. Yay! Yes. So you can get your very nerdy Christmas presents right next week, actually.
Yeah. The first batch of tickets is 512 early nerd tickets.
Yes.
For a special price. Special price for you, my friend. Yeah.
Very special price. And after that, we will have nerd tickets. We won't have regular nerd tickets because we don't know of any regular nerds.
Regular nerds don't exist. We're all special.
They don't exist. And
you have regular tickets? Yeah.
If you are very late to the party, you will be either a late nerd or a procrastinator. But for now, coming 4th of December, early nerd tickets will be available for anyone who wants them.
Exciting.
Yes. Very happy. And thanks to all the hard work of all the volunteers to make sure that the ticket shop is in order. So a big shout out to all the teams and the volunteers who worked on that. From Team Merge to Team sysadmin to also Team Info, I guess, for some of the visuals and all the things. So a lot of people have worked on this to make this happen. So
yes, definitely. Yeah.
All the love to you.
And you can share all the love at the Orga Meet next Wednesday at 8 on the Etsy. Information is on the wiki. If you go to wiki.why2025.org/meetings, capital M, you'll find an overview of all the meetings, including the in-person meeting at the 14th at Bitlayer in Amersfoort.
Amersfoort. There we have it again. Yes. Yeah. So that's all cool stuff. And what's also cool is that probably you can have a sneak peek. We will share a link in the show notes to the generator. And the generator is the one where you can put in text and it will show you a Y logo with custom text, for instance. And so you can play around with the logo, the colors, the things that the great team Huisstijl made. I will share a nice Nancy Beers Y logo here. It
In
looks
both.
very, yeah, it looks very cool. And you can fiddle around with it. Official release will be anytime soon as well. First half of December. So, but you can have a quick sneak peek already.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can't wait to the 14th to go to a hackerspace, there's actually some other stuff we'll be mentioning in Where to Hack.
Each week we will share where you can find why-minded people, where to hack.
Because tonight at the Pixel Bar in Rotterdam, there is Sint Pannekoek, which is a tradition originally from Rotterdam, where Pixel Bar is located. And this is celebrated every year on November 29th. So today, the day the podcast comes out. So if you're listening this after the 29th of November, unfortunately, you're too late. I mean, it's still a good excuse to eat pancakes, sure. But if you want to eat pancakes at Pixel Bar, head over to the Discord and join in for the fun. Also tonight, so again, if you're listening to this, you're too late maybe. Whiskey
It's
Leaks.
An extra excuse to subscribe and
like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, all the social things. Whiskey Leaks in Utrecht. And if you want to know exactly where, you have to find Piiindakaas and slide into her DMs, because it's on a secret location.
Ooh.
It's a bit mysterious.
I do see a lot of people already signed up. But I'm not disclosing where. Because you have to slide into the DMs.
Yes.
Piiindakaas.
Yeah. And if you bought your ticket at the 4th of December, then the day after, on the 5th, you can join Printerklaas at BitLayer. It's the same BitLayer in Amersfoort. Printerklaas, if you're not celebrating Sinterklaas in the Netherlands, you can join in for some pizza and 3D printing fun.
I'm a sucker for word jokes. I love this.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. If you bring yourself as being a nerd, then they will make sure there's chocolate milk and Dutch pepernoten. So also check out their Discord, and you'll find all the information.
Very cool. Well, enough places to have some why-minded people fun. So very good.
Definitely. Yes. And with that, let's jump into a history story, a history lesson with Walter about what the heck. Each episode will be diving into a piece of history, something special from the predecessors of WHY2025. So that could be from the Galactic Hacker Party from 1989, Hackers at the End of the Universe from 93, Hacking in Progress 97, Hackers at Large 2001, What the Heck 2005, Hacking at Random 2009, Observe Hack Make 2013, Still Hacking Anyways 2017, May Contain Hackers from 2021, no, COVID happened, so that became May Contain Hackers 2022. And this week we will be taking a look at...
My mom. So Walter is back with us again with stories from an 80s hacker. So please, Walter, tell us some more about another camp.
Let's tell you something about What the Heck 2005, which took place in Liemt. I even found my original
look at that. Yeah.
Badge.
Cool.
So we had plastic badges. And of course, it was the first time when we had
merch.
Well, this was for the volunteers. So you could also see what team people were.
In what team?
Network team. So this event I did network stuff, but I also helped with the build-up. I really enjoyed the previous events as well. To do build-up is just really great to be among like-minded people and just do simple work like putting up tents. And what was nice is I dyed my hair blue because the event before that, Albert Hazenberg, he had blue hair during the camp, and he did network. And this year, at What the Heck, I did network stuff, at least at the event. Before that, it was another person. So I dyed my hair blue to honor Albert Hazenberg, but it was I didn't take enough time for that. So and to get blue hair, you need to blonde your hair first and then make it blue, but it wasn't done good enough, so I only had blue hair for a couple of days and then it went blonde. Anyway, and for the network we had a we had a sponsor that had fiber running to somewhere near the field in Liemde, which is in the province of Brabant, close to where I lived. And we had a party where we needed to lay the last few miles of fiber cable through the field. And the organization had asked all the farmers there, can we put our fiber through your field? And they all said yes. And they also got instructions not to mess around with the fiber cable. But there was one party that wouldn't give their okay, and that was the Dutch railway. And we needed to cross the railway to get to the terrain. So what I've been told, I haven't seen this, but I was told that somebody had a small dog that they took with them. And there are these pipes underneath the railway, and they sent the dog, a real live dog, through the pipe to the other side with a little piece of string. Get a string under the railway, and with that string they could pull the fiber
cable through.
So we had the fiber there. Everything was working, which is a challenge in itself, because normally to lay fiber you have to have really expensive equipment, because if you pull too hard it breaks. So we were just doing this with volunteers, but it worked.
And dogs.
because and dogs. The day before the event, we had it working. Oh yeah, it was also fun if you have a high-vis jacket and you walk past the railway station or the railway, the train drivers will just honk and wave. If you walk without a high-vis jacket, it's a different story. But it all went well. Fiber was up and running, and then one day before the event, suddenly the whole network collapsed. Nothing. Oops, we don't have anything on the fiber. But our fiber cable, we had multiple cables, so we could switch to another cable, backup cable. But that also didn't work. Okay, so that means we have some issues. So we had a party to go and walk along the fiber to see if is there a cut somewhere. And I was with we broke up in different parties. I was with a party we saw in one of the farmers' fields that the farmer had taken the fiber out of the ditch and made a knot to attach it to the pole. And we thought, well, fiber cannot handle somebody putting a knot into it. So we're contemplating what to do. And then we got a phone call that there was another search party. They were at the railway track, and they found that somebody had mowed through the cable. So they were cutting the grass.
There's a picture now.
And I have a picture. The fiber was completely shut. So we had to quickly get somebody with the right equipment to get the fiber
splicing
pieced together. And splicing, and that worked. So thankfully, at the day itself, it worked. Another story I remember is that we were sharing the terrain with another event that was, I think, just after ours, which was from the Evangelic Broadcasting Corporation in the Netherlands. They have some kind of youth day every year. This is the place for Christian people to find their partner for life, for instance. Anyway, they were after us on the same terrain, and we were in a discussion with them to see, is there something we can, in which we can cooperate logistically. And we said, well, we are putting 1 gigabit fiber connection. I don't know exactly what the speed was, but we have fiber on the terrain. Is that something you can use? No, we don't need the fiber. You can take it away. And then they said, but we will have fencing around the whole terrain. So, maybe you will also want to use the fencing. We said, fencing? We don't need any fencing. Why would we need fences? People, they don't touch each other's stuff normally. And they couldn't believe that we didn't want to have fences, because they apparently really needed them. And as far as I know, maybe one laptop was missing afterwards, but that was all. There was nothing really going wrong at What the Heck or any of the other camps actually. And that's what is also really nice about these camps. It's all very nice people who have good intentions. That works really well. You don't have to have much policing in that regard.
Security or anything.
Yeah. There was a thing that was not so nice for me was that I was on the field where all the organizers were, and that field appeared to have no drainage, so the water was not going away on that field. It was the other fields. It was not so much of a problem, and that was an issue because it rained so much that when the next morning I woke up and I put my hand next to me, I was electrocuted because I had all this power stuff going on in my tent and all my computers.
Okay,
And then I thought, well, this is not very good. So I did sleep a few days in my own bed at home because I lived very close to Linde, so it was easy to go back and forth. Luckily, nobody was injured there.
And was this also the first event where the Datenklo was used, inspired by the German camps?
I am not really sure, but I guess you are doing an item on data close as well, maybe. But no, I don't know. I don't know.
It was
maybe
a plan, yes. I know they were at What the Heck, but I'm not entirely sure if they were on the camps before.
Yeah, I have to look at my pictures. Also have a picture here of a tent where they had retro gaming, but then the mechanical retro gaming with pinball machines.
So we're looking at a picture of pinball machines, indeed. Very cool.
Yeah. I had a pinball machine in my house at the time, so that was also collected to be put there. There was a request for people to send their stuff.
Oh, very cool.
And it was rainy, this event, so we had some nice days, but also quite a bit of rain and thunderstorms, leading to soaked fields. So here is a picture of a field with a lot of water in it. That was the volunteers field.
Is that a normal or is that a Datenklo?
I think that is probably a Datenklo. So on the picture that is a Datenklo. So
it's a very wet field with tents on it and Datenklo, which will keep the equipment dry. Yeah. So that's a good thing. More on that later.
Yeah, and an important lesson I learned at What the Heck was that at the entrance they had for fun a metal detector. So everybody that entered the event, they needed to go through the registration tent, and there was a metal detector which you had to go through. It didn't really matter what the metal detector said, but it was a nice way to play around with the metal detector. And so that was the first time I realized that the metal detector detects changes in magnetic fields. So if you have metal on you, but you stand stationary in the metal detector, it doesn't detect it. It's about the change in the field, which also means that if you have metal on you and the slower you walk through the metal detector, the lower the signal is. So, and then I suddenly realized that at airports, the people next to the metal detector always say, go through quickly, go through quickly. And now I know what the reason is.
To make it.
But if you go slowly, there's less chance that something gets detected.
And that's why they wave the metal detecting wands beside your body instead of just holding it in one spot.
Yeah,
it needs to be moving. And same goes for metal detecting on beaches, finding old coins.
Yeah, it's logical, but I hadn't realized until I got to play with a metal detector at What the Heck.
Which is a very cool thing to do.
And What the Heck was actually the first camp where my then husband and my current husband went. So that's funny. So they met each other there. But he also mentioned the fact that it was a do-it-yourself security check. That was really funny to him as well.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you want to be secure, do it yourself. Just go there and Very
funny. That is a volunteer-driven camp. I mean, what else can we say?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for this cool story again, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Me too.
Because there's a couple of camps more until WHY2025, and we are gathering stories from 80s hackers, and more on that next week.
Thank you. Knip. So yet another more cool stories from Walter, who actually wrote a book.
Yes. About lockpicking.
Lockpicking.
And Locksport.
Locksport.
It's broader than only picking. It's Locksport.
And he did it together with someone, right?
He did it together with Jos. And Jos is one of the members of Team Content. And at WHYcon, I spoke with Jos outside in the sun with a very cool old building as a backdrop. And I recorded that interview. And let's jump in right now.
We're here at WHYcon, and we also have why-minded people over here. And one of them is from Team Content. Welcome, Jos.
Hello.
Hello. No, we're doing it in English.
You were doing it in English?
Yeah.
Well, hello then.
Hello then.
Hello again.
So, who are you? And what do you do within your team?
Okay, I'm Jos Weijers. I'm a member of Team Content. I've been in Team Content for 3 or 4 times now. So for the events in the past.
MCH, SHA, OM
yes,
would be 3?
Yes, that would be 3. So it is 3.
Okay.
Because that's okay. But I normally mingle in things that I'm not supposed to mingle in. So this was part of it. So that's what it is.
You're very welcome in here.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, you dressed up for WHYcon, so that's always a big plus.
This is not my daily attire, but yes, that works. Yeah,
It works great. So, Team Content has
Yes.
to deal with all the talks and workshops,
yes,
and the CFP.
yes.
And we've talked about the CFP earlier with Dani.
Danny, yes,
Yeah.
that was actually the
First or the second episode.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
something
was
like that,
very early on. So, what is happening with Team Content today?
Team Content today. Well, what we normally do is we keep on scouting for good speakers, and of course, the good speakers are also scouting us via the CSP. But as it normally goes, that if you're within Team Content, yes, you people send in CFPs that you vet and that you figure out would this be a good match and how will it fit and where should it be in the agenda. But you also reach out to speakers, and in that regard, I want to regurgitate a story from SHA 2017.
Yep.
Because a couple months before SHA, a different story. If you hear Bach on the radio, that's not open source.
No.
You have to pay rights on Bach, which is weird because Bach has been dead for quite some years. So there shouldn't be any copyright on it still. Which is true, because if you look at the partition, so at
The actual music notation.
yes,
That is
that is common. That is from the world.
it's old enough to be open.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And
free for everyone.
But if you hear it, that means somebody's playing it, and that probably hadn't happened 70 years ago.
If it's a recording, then it's probably newer than 7 years.
And Kimiko is a classical pianist.
Yes.
And she found that to be weird. So she started a Kickstarter. And with that Kickstarter, she basically wanted to open source Bach. So she, a Kickstarter, rake some money in and hire a studio and then pay off all the money things. So now you can actually listen to Bach for free, which was fun.
Yeah.
And of course, I pledged to the Kickstarter because I wanted other things. And then I was like, she should talk about that open source things on one of our stages.
Yeah.
So I reached out to her and she said, yeah, cool. So I put them on the schedule. And that was approved and all the things. And then she said, well, if I'm there, I
should play it.
I should play it. And we being Team Content, we were like, yeah, that would be cool.
Does Meubelhouse provide pianos?
No.
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 How odd.
Not at all. And that brings you into a lot of problems. Because, the audio we have is for voice.
Yeah.
People speaking, and that's it.
Little microphones.
Little microphone, that's it. So not a classical piano concert.
No.
Because, for one, you need a fucking piano. And not a tiny one. You want
a grand piano.
You want a
The big
grand
one.
piano.
Yeah.
And that has to be tuned.
Yeah, because as soon as the sun comes out, it's off tune.
Because we're in the middle of a fucking field.
Yeah, outside.
Outside, in a tent, in the sun. So it had to be tuned about 5 times. And you're a couple of hackers doing a thing in a field in the outside.
Yeah.
So a piano rental company will probably say no. And it has to be insured. And of course, we had to talk with the guys from audio because they had to up all their audio gear to piano concert level.
They suddenly have to have proper microphones.
Actual proper microphones.
Close mic a piano.
Yes.
I mean, it's something you don't even do on a regular basis.
Yep, and then speakers also, the subwoofers, all the things had to be upped. And then, of course, the stage, because the piano was heavy.
Maximum load.
And to get it there, because bass plates, to get them over there. So it was a really, really, really bad idea. And of course, we did it.
Of course.
Because it was stupid and awesome. And it's stuff like that. So so stupid doesn't stop us, because it can be awesome.
Yeah.
And that's that's a part of the hacker mentality, and that's one of the things that makes these conferences just awesome.
Yeah.
Because weird stuff happens and can happen, and sometimes it's not even planned for. It just happened.
And that's what we like. Is there, without spoiling anything, is there something going on for why
There's always
big and stupid?
Some things are in the making, but can't spoil anything.
Okay.
And mostly because it's not done yet.
It's not done. No, okay.
That's,
I understand, but we have the chance of something.
We're looking at artful thingies. Yeah, let's put it like that. Yeah.
Cool.
So, but it's still. I mean, CFP is still open. So if you have something or have some wild ideas, poke someone, and we'll see what we can happen.
Do you know the URL?
That's probably
cfp.why2025.org.
That'll work. Yeah, I think.
Or go to the wiki, wiki.why2025.org, and go to team content.
Of Nancy mailen.
Or mail Nancy. Well, no. That's the other podcast. Do you still need people in your team?
At the moment, the answer is no.
Okay.
We need ideas and people that fill in CFPs.
Yeah.
But if a ton of people do fill in CFPs, then we have to grade them.
Yeah.
And that grading is done by the team. Mm-hmm. So we figure out what is a match and they're not. But after that is done, we need a bigger group that will vote for the talks anonymous. So you don't know the person, and so for that ranking, we will be needing more people, but that's a couple of months ahead. So at the moment,
February, March 25, or
something like that.
Yeah,
I know the dates are on the wiki, and that's why I don't have to
go to the wiki.
Remember them.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Anything more to add?
Looking forward to why.
Yeah.
And now having fun at WHYcon, so also
we're going back inside.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yo.
So we heard, Jos, about the need of some more volunteers for the reviewing process. Since the CFP is closing the 25th of May, it's Owl Day, for now,
There's some time.
It's not that urgent right now. What is urgent, though, is the vacancy of the week team lead sponsoring. Because a lot of companies actually are reaching out to us that they would love to be a sponsor. And we need someone to manage the things coming in. So it's a lot of administrative things and making sure that the team has everything they need to actually get sponsoring going, or get the companies the information that they need. So I think we still have a lot of sponsoring to go. Good news is that the first official sponsor contract was signed last week. So
nice.
Yay!
Congrats. Yes.
That's good news. But we still have more money to go. And of course we have a fairly strict sponsoring policy. Like it's not
supposed to be a commercial fest, but yeah. I mean, you could put down your company logo somewhere and a few stickers
inside of your own little. But just don't be out and about it. So, but the team sponsoring is really needing some help in that department, and having a team lead that can talk to. I mean, there are some business owners who really would like to talk to someone who is in charge, because sometimes that's just how it works.
Yep.
So we would really encourage you to talk to Team Sponsor about it. So the link is in the show notes, and please do sign up.
Yes. And with that, I think we're down to our last item of this show. Messages from listeners and viewers.
Ooh.
And we actually had some. Someone on the socials asked about, are you going to do more info on the badge? Yes, we will, but not today. First, I want to have some more history on how the badges evolved in the past events, and then further down the road we'll have a look at the badge for this event.
We'll share more.
We'll share more. Also, we had a message from Milliways, from their organization, and they were very enthusiastic about the shout out in the episode number 5.
Earlier.
Yeah, earlier. And they will be at WHY, and they'll be there in a big way. And we're going to have an interview with Obsidian, probably very, very soon-ish. So stay tuned for that.
That's nice.
And if you have something you would like to add to the show, if you have feedback, if you have comments, you can put them down below in the doobly-doo if you're on YouTube. And otherwise, you can always send us an email at WHYcast@WHY2025.org.
Oh, and also someone reached out. Marika's reached out to us that she would love to make some shorts for the socials as well, from epic talks from former events, like nice sound bites, cool stuff that happens. She did a reach out on our IRC channel, which we also have, and people were talking about talks from Bear to Bear, which are always very cool to listen to. But if you have a favorite talk from MCH or one of the predecessors, please let us know so we can make some more cool content to get even more people excited about WHY2025.
Definitely. And with that, I think we're at the end of the episode. Like I said, you can always shoot us a line and check the website, check the ticket site, tickets.why2025.org. Keep refreshing it until it works. Yeah, there will be some more regular news updates on the website as well. So check that out as well, and follow us on all the socials.
Thanks for listening to us, and we hope to see you next Friday.
WHYday!